Good morning, Modern Steaders.
Good morning.
It's a nice chilly morning this morning. We haven't gotten a lot of snow at all, but every night it seems like we've been getting a little bit, and we keep waking up to more and more every morning.
A nice clean blanket of snow makes everything clean again.
It covers up all the chicken poo.
Right.
These have been helping the chickens during the molt. We are all prepped and ready for our spray foam installation. Now we're waiting on the installation company to show up. It's gonna be about another 4 days-ish. Hopefully they come when they plan on coming. We'll see, hopefully they don't get pushed back any days. But we are spray foaming before we do any rough wiring or rough plumbing. We have 2x6 walls and we're only getting about 3 inches of spray foam. So we're gonna have plenty of room left over in the walls, or the 2x6s, to run all of that. And if I have to, I might have to just make a little notch here and there through the foam. We want to get it spray foam because we are up here in the north and it's cold out right now. Right now it's about 25 degrees and it's just going to keep getting colder and colder. If we wait too long, it'll be too cold to spray foam. We got to get the building above freezing right before they spray foam. So when it's like, say, 28 degrees out, 25 degrees out, we can warm this up in here pretty quickly with a torpedo heater. If we wait until it's like, say, 0 and negative out, trying to heat this place so that they can spray foam wouldn't be good. And we want to be able to work in a warm spot. And we need to have this area warm so we can install our solar. Our solar components cannot get below freezing. And in order to get heat in here, we need to have our solar power. And if we want to get heat in here, we want to have it insulated. So with being completely off grid, it kind of throws a monkey wrench into everything in our climate trying to build in the wintertime. We need to get spray foam done, then we can get electricity in here from the solar, and then we can get some heat going. We're going to get temporary heat. We'll just do a small electric heater, just keep it warm enough in the powerhouse, and then we can start hooking up our outdoor boiler, and then we can start doing more work. So there's a lot of little pieces going on when you're trying to plan and build an off-grid house, especially in a northern climate. In the wintertime, it throws a monkey wrench into everything. So today, while we're waiting for the spray foam guys, we're going to be building our interior wall between the bathroom, which we're standing in right now, and the back room where the ladder is. That will be the powerhouse, and that's going to have all of our electrical service, all of the solar components, and then we'll store our freezers and stuff like that in that room. All right, we need to mark the wall. 11 foot, 12 foot minus 6. $137.5. Do the same thing on this side. Good on your mark?
Yep.
Well, it lines up with our pipe location. elevation.
That's good.
That's good. We need to cut 8 wall studs now at 94.5 inches. Gotta turn it on, I always forget. Since this wall is a dividing wall between our bathroom and our powerhouse, I'm going to be putting some Lexol down between the bottom plate and the concrete just to keep any moisture from going between each room. Now comes the fun part, lifting the wall. It's just springy, so when I was hitting it, it wasn't.
Could you believe that it just a little bit? Alright, you do have to put a nailer in this corner. I'll cut a 2x4 at 92.5. Yeah.
Alright, so we turned this 2x4 on edge, so now they can fill all back here with foam. We'll have better insulation. We'll want a nice warm shower. No drafts.
Grass, shut the window.
So we need to have this wall installed before we do the solar because our breaker box is going to go probably right around here because the shower is going to be over here.
No water.
This will be your toilet, then your drain's going to come in, and your sink and your vanity will be over here. So probably this bay right here, we'll put our circuit panel. We'll wire it all that way. If I would have got this ground rod in before it froze, it would have been a pretty easy ordeal. Now that the ground is frozen, it's going to be interesting. It shouldn't be frozen too deep, but we'll see. I'm going to try to keep it up some. Now they say I need to ground my solar array. But in my head, the solar array is grounded because we have these ground screws into the ground 80 inches. So I'm thinking that's pretty well grounded, but we'll see. Yeah, that'll get us a good foot or more into the ground at first. Should get us through the frozen stuff anyways.
There you go.
Figured once we got through the frozen, I just dug here, so I know there's no rocks. That's why we're putting it right here. Oops, wrong end. Put the pointy end in the ground.
Am I holding it okay?
No, hold it higher. It still moves up here, that does no good. That's good. Jeez. It's done. It is a nice brisk 8 degrees out this morning. It is a chilly one. I couldn't get anybody else to come up here with me today. I can't say that I blame them, but we have a bunch of stuff we need to get done. The spray foam guys are going to be coming, and I also need to start getting ready for the solar. Today we're going to be working on getting some wire troughs and junction box installed. I got to figure out how we're going to get them hooked up to the solar panel and then the house. And I've been trying to run around and get parts for them between Lowe's, Home Depot, and the 3 electrical supply stores we have in the area. Nobody is keeping anything in stock. I'm assuming it's just a supply chain issue. They'll have one of this, and that's it. And I'll need 2 or 3 or 6, depending on the fittings. But I had to get 2 different boxes. They had a 24-inch long wire trough, which I needed 2 of them, but they had 1. So I wanted 2, I should say. We needed 1 definitely down by the solar array, because we're going to be putting in some disconnects to shut off our solar panels going into our inverters. Those aren't here yet. Those will be here in a couple more days. Logistics. And what I could get them on the house was a 12 by 12 by 6 inch deep. And I don't think 12 inch long is long enough for down by the solar array. I wanted 2 24-inch ones just to keep them the same, but I wasn't able to do that. Actually, that sun is coming out and starting to warm it up nicely. I think they're saying it's supposed to get up to the 30s today. I wasn't believing it, but that sun feels good, so I'm hopeful. These 2x6s are left over from when we built the dock this summer, so they are nice and dry. We go like so. think I gotta grab my other level. I don't know how this looks on camera. The level says it's level, but man, standing back and looking, that is crooked. So even if that is level, I have to straighten it out and make it look straight because that is terrible. So let me get the other level and see what's going on. I'm hoping that level was off. No. Oh my god. That looks so crooked. I gotta drop this side. I can't leave it like that. I need it to look straight more than being level. Let's see. Oh, that looks so much better. It's still high. No. I don't know. Could still come down. How's it look on camera? It looks good on camera. Let me drop this side some more. It's kind of hard. It's way out of level going by the level, but standing back and looking at it, it looks straight, where when it was level, it looked like that. And now that it's not level, it looks level. Almost 5 inches lower on this side than what it says it needs to be for level. I'm going with it because it looks so much better. And it has to do with all the lines on the solar array. If we go with level, it looks way crooked. So sometimes you just need to stand back and look at your work. Alright, I changed my mind again. I'm actually going to mount this 2x6 to this side. Then I'm going to put another 2x6 on the inside to space our wiring trough the right space we need it to line up with our pipe underneath. Now it lines us up really nicely with our 3-inch conduit coming out of the ground. I can tell you right now, they're not giving away these outdoor rated wiring troughs. Man. Crazy what they go for right now, but you gotta have it. Not the right style hole saw bit for metal, but we were able to make it work. I might have just burnt out my drill. Perfect. Come in here. Get that like so. So. From there to there, we have 28.5. All right, 28.5 to work with. To stub out of the ground with our PVC pipe, I got schedule 80. If you're coming out of the ground, they recommend doing schedule 80, so if it gets hit with anything, it's not going to break. Got a bloody knuckle. So the green stripe right here is what indicates that this is schedule 80 piping. So we're going to use this piece for down by the solar array. and then over on the house. Normal PVC pipe is schedule 40, and this is schedule 80, so it's twice as strong, and it's twice as much money. There we go. Ooh, we got the gray stuff today. Oh yeah, right there's perfect. I did not like the looks of all that runniness. That was gross. I had to clean it up. There we go, much better. That would drive me bonkers, having those runs left on there. I keep scraping my knuckles on this, and I have my one ground lug that needs to get installed into one rail, and this whole system is bonded. So just one ground will ground it all out. Like I said, I think it's already all grounded out, but this is what the manufacturer recommends, so we're gonna go with it. Alright, that is nice and tight. Really? Oh no, we got it. We got it. Barely, but we got it. Well, the solar array is grounded. We'll be grounding up. We'll be using this to ground the house out too. When we pull all of our wires, I'll pull the ground wire up. I'll have to drill a hole and get a rubber grommet, bring our ground down, and ground it out. Alright, so now on this side, we're going to run our box up. We're going to keep it up pretty close to the top of the wall. This whole wall is pretty much going to be filled up with all of our batteries and our inverters. Down low will be all of our batteries, and it's going to take up most of the wall space over here. We'll have our inverters stacked on and off, so on the top of the batteries. So we'll have more room on the top of the wall than we do the bottom for the wires to go in. So I'm gonna plan on this going up and probably just leaving a box down, maybe like 6 inches. And that'll give us some room to get some siding. And then, yeah, so let's plan on that. So, I want about a 1/2 inch in on each side. So let's put a 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Let's come over. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch. We have some room right here where we can run our siding behind it and up to it, and you won't see it. It'll blend in nicely. Alright, I just went over and marked it on our pipe so that the box will land on a stud just on the edge so we can get one side of this screwed right into a stud of the house. So. Perfect. I like that. Oh, that lined up. Couldn't have done it any better. Right inside. Look at that. That nut just lands right on that rib. We have just enough in the back and all the way around. Now that I have all my parts and pieces cut, figured out, and my measurements all figured out, I am not gonna mount this on the house yet. If I mount this on the house, we're gonna be feeding in the wires and pulling them from this height. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna wait. We'll pull the wires from up above at the house down to the solar array. And I'm probably gonna have to take off that wiring trough. Maybe, we'll see. And once I have the wires pulled, then we'll install this box. We'll fish the wires as we're working and gluing the pipes together. And I think that's gonna make it easier to pull the pipes because we've got, let's see, 13 total wires we're gonna be pulling down. So it's a lot to pull. That's why we put a 3-inch conduit in. And we have one, 2, 3 sweep 90s that are 3 feet long to pull the wires through. So it shouldn't be too bad, but I'm afraid if we put this box on up at the height around, say, 80 inches, it might be a bit of a pain to pull it all through, just me and Gina. So I'm gonna wait to install this until we have the wires. What a beautiful day.